welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that has manifested a new love into their life. So this is probably for somebody who has had some decent amount of time to focus on their own pursuits, heal from past wounds or relationships that may have proven to be a bit disappointing. This focus on yourself and this commitment to getting back on the right path has made you more magical or more capable of drawing in what it is that you want. The Queen of Wands could also be your energy, but in this particular situation, it's feeling more so it's like somebody who's saying, okay, I'm ready for that. Let's draw that in now. Ding, like the microwave just went off, that kind of thing. So, hey Grandheart, how you doing? I don't have wind chimes, but if you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with additional information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Jordan. How you doing? All right, this is the Weird Cat Tarot. We're going to see what else we have for you. Five of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. High Priestess, huh? So it doesn't matter what your gender is. Remember, when I read tarot, this is not physicality, this is energy that I'm reading. So we've got somebody who has learned important lessons and become more wise after experiencing the Five of Cups, which is generally about loss or grief, having to let go of things and realizing that sometimes there are pivots or turns in life that we don't anticipate or expect or even want, but you can like make the most of it. So I do feel like you've learned quite a lot over the last year or two. Hello, Kristen. How are you doing today? What's up, Bedlam? I hope you're having a good day. Hey, dude. How's your weekend going? Yes, definitely Cabin in the Woods. Let me know if you see... Was it Johnny Depp that was the bad person in that one? I don't know. Don't worry. I can kick some ass, right? That'll be good. Hello, Charlie. How are you doing? Hello again, Flower. How you doing? I'm glad to hear that, Bedlam. Oh, no. Of course you're not. Yes, I am. Very much so. In fact, dude, if you didn't see yesterday's live stream, I think it would have been the first one yesterday. I do have a little bit of a protector in the form of a Great Pyrenees. Right? He's over there right now. Maybe he'll make some noises for you. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant in the reverse. So these obstacles that you needed to address, these maybe even situations that felt like there was unfinished business, I do feel like you've done right by these things. I do feel like there is perhaps a little bit of an unconventional path that your life has taken. You may have had to put up with a lot of people kind of side-eyeing you or like questioning what you were doing. Like, why is it that makes sense to you? Maybe you even had some family members or friends that questioned you when you ended a relationship that was kind of bad, because they would have settled for it. Hello, Sun Cal. How are you doing? Yes, exactly, Grant. What else do we have? So this Hierophant in the reverse is kind of the unconventional thing, but it also means you've been able to focus on individual pursuits. And with justice, the decisions that you've been making, have lined up with your intuition. In other words, the universe is proud of you. In other words, you got some good karma coming your way. Yeah. Queen of Wands again. This is your energy. So this good karma enables you to be more effective at calling in or manifesting what it is that you want in your life. There you are, balancing everything out. Look at how cute you are. So things are improving for you. This is the Kipper. What else do we have, please? Hello, GB. How are you doing? Wow. Gift in the reverse and unexpected income in the reverse. Where is this coming from? Is this the loss that you experienced with the Five of Cups? But despair in the reverse. This is saying effectively that the loss or the thing that puts you in this Five of Cups, which for some of you could have been depression, but it's definitely something where you're looking towards the past and wondering, if I had done something differently, what would have happened? If I had said this, or if I had gone there, or if I had apologized, whatever it was. But I feel like at a certain point you had to be honest with yourself that you actually did right by this situation, or you tried to bridge the gap or address the issues. You, at a minimum, you've learned what you needed to from that. So this loss is not really a loss. Yes, from the outside and, you know, from the untrained eye, it's something that changed that you didn't want, or something that you wanted that was not yours anymore. But this loss made you stronger. It's more of a gain over the long term because of what it has helped you to understand about yourself and what you want or what you're willing to do. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm just not up for that right now, so I'm gonna put you in a timeout. Hello, Adam. How are you doing? So we've got message. And privileged lady. You've got communication in the next week. And it's something that makes you feel like things really are getting back on the right track, or that what you have been looking for is coming towards you. So this could be things getting official in your romantic life. This could be meeting somebody new. This could be hearing from the person that you're interested in that they want something serious as well. But it is feeling to you like you're gaining traction with regards to your love life. Thank you, Grindhard. How's your afternoon going? You feel missing energy? Like she misses you? And do a lot of people know about you? I assume you mean on her side. And did I steal spotlight? That could be why there's that jealous friend, right? And is she ready to build a future? I got you, Grindhard. Thank you. Hello, Terry. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the channel. I do generally maybe like a 30, sometimes 40-minute general reading or collective reading. But as you can see with Reinhard just tipping me there, when people tip, I make a note of their questions, and about that 30 or 40-minute mark, I address those questions. I do often include freebies, although I'll admit that I've had a little bit less time than normal this week. Hello, Marcos. How are you doing? So this person that I'm reading for, this high priestess, who does not need to be a female, but has been single for a decent chunk of time, or maybe avoided things that were super committed in love, they've now basically gotten to the point where they feel like they can approach love with an open mind. And for many of you, this is somebody who I can make a decision, this is somebody that I could fall in love with, or this is somebody that I want a major relationship, a long-term relationship with. So there's positive forward movement with regards to love that may have seemed a little bit impossible or unattainable previously. Hello, baby Yoda. How you doing? Hello, Raymond. How's it going? Let me write that down real quick. For love for the rest of the year. And thank you, Raymond. Thank you, Jordan. In love, career, and money. Awesome. I got you. Hello, Natasha. How are you doing? Oh, welcome, Baby Yoda. There's some pretty awesome people in the live chat. All right, so what else do we have? Oh, really? So this high priest would be like the Hierophant, right? And we did get that in the reverse previously. This feels to me like somebody saying, okay, I think I am open for business. I am interested in something serious. I have been able to close out a chapter that was difficult, where I had to learn more about what I wanted. Sorry, I have to cover the tatas in this card behind. Maybe I can just do this so you can see the rest of it. The world is about endings and new beginnings, right? Feeling like you've learned what you needed to and moving forward. And with this high priest, there's wisdom here. It's clarifying the high priestess, which I love, because it's two different sides to the same coin, right? We've got somebody who understands things that are difficult to understand, like more of an intuitive, maybe even predictive, but manifesting type energy. And the high priest is more of that, like, by the book, what everybody expects of you, understanding the wisdom or the structure of things, right? When you're able to play by the rules, even if you don't like the game, that kind of thing. Thank you, Grindhard. So we've got the Three of Swords, the Hermit in the reverse. Wow. The Fool and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So you can see now when people are messing with you. You can see more clearly now because you're trusting your intuition, or because your discernment is more powerful. You've got this gut feeling and it warns you, stay away from that person or don't get involved in that. And it's serving you well. You're not getting caught up in the silly, frivolous relationships that you may have in the past, and it's empowered you to get more done or achieve more because you're not distracted by somebody's drama, right? Good luck with the writing. What else do we have? The Queen of Gold or Queen of Pentacles. Strength in the reverse. And the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so there's advice here basically saying it's time for a little bit of a correction. It's important to be independent. It's important to be capable of doing things on your own, self-sufficient, that kind of thing. But with Strength in the reverse, this is saying somebody may be at risk of focusing on keeping people out or away, as opposed to being selective or discerning, right? There are still good people out there, in other words. So with the Three of Pentacles being in the reverse, some of you are manifesting in love and then rejecting or ignoring it, even though this is somebody who has gone through very similar healing processes or has a lot to offer. So it's kind of like maybe you got a little too used to or a little bit addicted to solitude and not having to put up with anybody else or share the remote. Hello, MJ. How are you doing? No, you don't sound like a game show. I think that's very sweet. We all have some opportunity to put some more positive energy out there, so try to do wherever I can. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Egyptian Empress. How are we doing? Oh, that's awesome, Adam. Hello, Miss Fafa. How are you doing? Hey, Jacob. I'm gonna ask you to just chill, please. Yeah. I mean, if anybody else wants to check, that's cool, but I don't see that, and it's kind of sad that you're needing like 3 or 4 exclamation. Oh no, hey, hold on, let me count that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no. Look, I do like to do freebies, but please don't tell me that you've paid when you haven't. Yes, I did see that, Joseph. Isn't that awesome? We've had some really generous people in the live chat lately. Hello, what's I don't know what to call you. What's up, Ripper of Bongs? I hope you're having a good day. I'm glad to hear that, Adam. So this is the, hold on, it's there somewhere. Wild Unknown. I found it. It's in my brain somewhere. Thank you, Grindhard. Is she talking about me now? I feel love energy. I've added that for you. Oops, one more letter. And thank you, Flower. Has X decided? Why does he feel that when my last text was just love and standards? Sometimes people look into it, right? Why does he feel? Sometimes people get a little bit frustrated when they're thinking about what they have to offer and they take it out on others, right? What to expect? I hope that's what you meant. And should I protect myself? Always, but I know what you mean. And then heartbroken. Oh, I'm sending you a big ol' hug. I hope things get better for you. All right. So with this wild unknown, well, let me just give you a little update. We're at 20 minutes right now. I will start with the personal readings, probably about 30 or 35 minutes. And we've got Grindhard, Raymond, Jordan, and Flower after that. Thank you, Grindhard. Hello, Wayne. How are you doing? Oh, and then we have an adios. Why? Yes. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Flower. So we've got Son of Wands or the Page of Wands and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. It's not meant for you to be in another chapter or another period of lack where you feel that you don't have things and things are failing. So part of the challenge here is a change in mindset. When you are used to being disappointed by people, when you are used to being lied to by people, when you are used to difficult working situations or living situations, it can be challenging to settle or feel comfortable in something that doesn't have those problems. So this is letting you know when things start shifting, believe it. When your magic starts working, you're drawing in the good things that you deserve in your life, believe it. Don't be like constantly looking for something that could potentially go wrong, right? Because then guess what? You're manifesting the negative stuff. We don't want the negative stuff. So we've got Lovers in the reverse. And the Six of Cups in the reverse. So it's really important that you make the choice to, at the least, be a realist. I'm not asking you to be an optimist if that's never really been your thing, but I'm basically asking you to keep in mind that if your mind is that powerful, if you are capable of manifesting, then don't you sit there and think about all the negative things you don't want to have happen, because you will draw them into your life even though you don't want them. Focus on the good stuff. This is one of the more interesting Six of Cups cards that I've seen in tarot decks. I love the root system. I love that when you're looking at it, it can look like it's upright, whichever direction you're looking at. But this is to remind you that you have grown quite a lot, that you have gone through so many things and learned so many lessons, that you are in a more stable situation. Even if from above ground, it still looks the same. You've got all this stability, this emotional and like grounded energy that you need to be cognizant of. This enables you to bring in a different chapter in your love life, something much more positive. Son of Swords or Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. But I feel like you've gotten really good at predicting when things could go bad. You're so good at it that you've started to see things that aren't really there, you know? Oh, I'm sorry, you'll never know. Hello, Sarwat, how you doing? Hello, Brad. Oh, okay. Are you mad? I'm sorry about that. You're welcome to come back tomorrow if you want to be a little bit more positive. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, clarifying the Fool, which is to say, do not expect bad things to always be waiting for you around the corner, because then you will miss out on the good stuff that is waiting for you, or that you have literally made happen for yourself. So the Empress is in the reverse because there is a challenge here. You have to start to see yourself as this high priestess, as this high priest, as somebody who has learned. Have you ever had somebody ask you how old you are and you like temporarily, like in the moment, you forget and you're like, numbers. And then you have to really think about it and you're like, dang, yeah, kind of old. This is one of those, this is one of those things where initially your reaction may be to say, I'm unlucky. I don't get what I want. I don't find or pick the right people. People don't like me for who I am. Whatever it is, this is like somebody who's finally changing that around, but needing to have a different mindset. It's like if you've ever lost 50 or 100 pounds and so much weight has evaporated that people don't recognize you. And you still have that mindset of, I've got to buy bigger clothes, or I have this questionable confidence. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for that mindset to adjust, but it's really important for you to make that adjustment, right? So we've got the Two of Wands in the reverse because there is unexpected positivity and blessings, abundance that are coming directly to you. But I don't want you to be like, who's that for? It's definitely not for me. Is that for you? Is that your, no? Is that your car out front? No. You got to be able to be in that receiving energy where the good things that you have brought in for yourself, that you acknowledge, oh yeah, no, this is actually what was meant for me. Even if it's unexpected. Because I see this as good stuff coming to you and you're like, wait, what? No, I don't know what, no. Like somebody sends you a care package, but because you didn't know that it was on its way, you reject it. You don't need, you gotta like bring it in. Hello, Justice. Hello, Spirited. I'm so glad to make you smile. We've got the Four of Cups and Judgment. So Judgment, it often depicts things that can be symbols for, or actually show people coming back from the dead. This is saying when you are, oh gosh, I literally just pictured Kirsten Dunst when she was the vampire girl. That is not the name. What is it? Oh my God, you guys, I can't. I can only think of the Vampire Lestat and the Vampire Diaries. I do know that the vampire's name was Lestat, but not her name. Anyways, the idea being, because, you know, rats were kind of a feature at that point, like when she was turned. She had a mindset problem. And who's to say that I wouldn't have a mindset problem if somebody turned me into a vampire when I was like 11 or whatever age she was. Yeah, I think I would probably be a little bit mad about it. But this is saying there's something here where one thing didn't work out, or things needed to shift, or I'm not going to spend my life with this person, or I'm not going to do this for my profession. Whatever has changed, allow it to fall by the wayside. It's not always easy to do that. But if you acknowledge that sometimes when one thing leaves, it makes room for something better, then you might start to see more abundance in your life, or you might start to see more positivity. Sometimes rejection is protection, or things not working out, it's for the better option to come to you. So I guess I just feel like I'm trying to sell you on being positive, because sometimes things really do change for the better, right? Interview of the, yes, thank you. Yeah. Hello, Ruben, how are you doing? Hey, Key Controller, how's your day going? All right, this is the Romantic Lenormand, and we've got, oh, look at that, just as Key Controller got in. We've got Key, that's number 33, and then we've got the Garden, which is number 20. So if you've got the keys to the garden, this to me is saying you have unlocked a new chapter or a new level in your life where the people that you are surrounded by, or the people who are interested in you, are more respectable or trustworthy. The important thing is to make sure that you're able to acknowledge that, or that you don't see negativity where the positivity has taken root. Hello, Willie. How are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna probably go for about another 5 minutes, and then we'll start with those personal questions. I do have Grindhard, Riemann, Jordan, and then Flower. So we've got the Devil and the Five of Swords in the reverse with the Fool in the reverse. So this is the warning, right? You will feel foolish for seeing negatively the things that were sent to you with good intention, whether that's a love interest or a job offer or a new living situation. Remaining positive helps you to see what is really changing for you and appreciate the opportunities that are like literally being gifted to you. As if to say, you know, those are the things, they didn't work out because they weren't good enough for you. Calling up the ex. Yeah, no, I don't care anymore that you rejected me because I found somebody way cooler than you. Just wanted you to know. Yeah, no, like probably like 5 times better than you. Okay, bye. Like, sometimes it's difficult to see where things could go when you're so caught up in a plan or a direction that you feel is meant for you. But this is imperative to being happy in my mind. If you were open-minded to your life taking a different path or, you know, pivoting, kind of like a stream or a river might, you know? We can't predict the topography ahead. We can't predict how other variables are going to change the weather. But if we're able to be relatively adaptable and see the positive or how we could be happy in a number of different ways, it makes you more powerful. It makes you able to, I'm gonna go with, it makes you nimble, like a cat. Where other people will cry and lament about it and not find a way to make the most of it, you are able to kind of like rally the troops, take into consideration all the things that are going on that are right for you, and build a better situation. Three of Pentacles is about building. There could be other people too. With the reference to the garden, I feel like there's multiple trustworthy, solid, genuine people that are friends, coworkers, or a love interest for you. But you got to be cautious with the expecting people to be not so great. Yeah, exactly. Hey Darnell, how you doing? Hello Gab, how's it going? We've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Temperance, and the Knight of Chalices or Knight of Cups in the reverse with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Okay, okay. Yes, there are offers that you still need to be rejecting, or, you know, you need to be selective and discerning. But when you find that mix that is actually quite solid, do not assume the worst of this person, because Temperance is like a good mix. If you were a bartender, this would be like the perfect whiskey sour or old fashioned or whatever you want to go with, right? This is a beautiful pair in terms of the energy you bring to the table and how they complement it. That is complement with an E in the middle, not an I, and it means to balance it nicely. Like if you have a nice medium rare steak and you pair it with, I don't know, what's your favorite red wine? I'm thinking Merlot, but now I'm nervous that there's probably people out there who drink wine like more than once a year who probably know better. So yeah, you guys, I don't know, is it Cabernet? You tell me what's the best thing to pair with a steak. All right, I think we're gonna move to the personal questions. And I'm struggling. I missed some of my other cards, you guys. It's so spoiled. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the Crow Tarot since that was just the first couple. And we're gonna tackle Grindheart's questions first. Thank you, dude. Oh my gosh, so Flower, you would know then, right? You tell me which one. Yeah, no, if we're talking about like the best pairings, I'm probably the most knowledgeable on what wings pair with what beer. Classy. What's up? I don't drink that either, really. I drink Dr. Pepper more than anything else. Oops. All right. Grindheart's first question is, why am I feeling missing energy, as if she's missing you, right? So why is he feeling that? Three of Swords in the reverse. Four of Wands in the reverse. Because there is some concern here. How can we create some sort of cadence or routine? Maybe there's some challenges as far as schedules lining up. Maybe it's just the distance thing. But yeah, I do feel like you're spot on here. The Three of Swords, though, being in the reverse signifies that it's not like a heartbreak so much as just like a longing, right? That's awesome, Flower. I will tell you, one of the best meals I've ever had in my entire life, hold on, let me see if I can get this right, was in the Alsace-Lorraine part. Isn't that, wait, is that right? No, I think is that the part between France and England that has been back and forth over centuries, like since like Queen Elizabeth or King Henry? I'm trying to think of the place that's in between Germany and France. I ate at this lovely little restaurant, technically in France, but like right across the border. And it was just like so delicious. Perfectly cooked chicken. I can't do this. It's gonna make me hungry, you guys. But yeah, I like France. Ooh, yes. I literally just had Brussels sprouts last night. Maybe it was... This is driving me crazy. I'm gonna have to look up the cities that I went to, because I went like North and South Germany and traveled by bus to a couple of other places. I remember this like island by Switzerland, I believe, that had a whole bunch of flowers. I don't know what it was called. This was like a long time ago, though. That's the problem. Grind hard. We've got, do a lot of people know about me? So I assume you mean like her friends and family. No, we've got the moon in the reverse. I do feel like there's a tendency here to not be super vocal about announcing relationships. But we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And the Sun. This is about to change. So I haven't been talking, but I'm about to. So give it a little bit. I feel like there's going to be more chatter about you in a positive way. Did he steal the spotlight? Yes, the Tower and the Hierophant in the reverse. There could be somebody here. I feel like this is more of a family member who is a little bit frustrated because they feel like you are competition in terms of time or energy available, right? Very cool. Yeah, when I was in Germany, I remember going to, ooh, can I remember the name of this place? It's a really old monastery where they brew beer now. And it would have been close to Karlsruhe, and I believe close to the Black Forest. Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy. I think it starts with ALE. Damn it. Travels. All right. Sorry, Grindhard. You didn't steal the spotlight from everybody, but there's at least one person, up to 3 people who feel like you kind of taken the spotlight. Is she ready to build a future with Grindhard? Yes, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. I love that. Is she talking about Grindhard now? No. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles. There's something causing instability or frustrations that is kind of taking up her focus right now. Hello, AOP. How are you doing? That's awesome. Oh, yes. I do love that restaurant. That was pretty amazing. I agree with you on that, dude. Grind hard. We are rooting for you. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend of flirting. All right, Raymond, we've got what will the love life or love department look like for the rest of the year, through the end of the year? What does Raymond need to know? Well, we've got the Four of Swords in the reverse, which to me is saying you're not going to be by yourself for too much longer. Nine of Cups and Two of Wands. This looks to me like you go from wondering if anybody's interested in you to being a little bit frustrated because there's two people who are interested in you. We have the Two of Wands and the Nine of Cups. So there's two people by the end of the year that may be flirting with you or trying to get your attention. So it could feel kind of like moving directly from summer into winter. Or I guess I should say it the other way around, right? Depending on how you feel about winter or summer. I'm done with 90-degree days, that's for sure. But this is like, you might have two admirers or people who are, you know, flirting with you around the same time. So use your intuition because one of these people is a waste of your time. Sorry. Okay, so does that mean the other one is a good choice? Yes. Okay. So I feel like you're going to be unexpectedly pleased at how someone you get to know turns out. Like, you can actually trust them. You have similar things in common, or you like to learn about the same types of things. But you have to be cautious because this choice is a little bit precarious because there's somebody else here that you might get more interested in. They're faking. So use your intuition. Don't reject both of them. Oh, that's all right. I hope you find some delicious food, Flower. All right, so Raymond, I hope that goes well for you. Jordan, yeah, we can still use this. What do we have for Jordan for love life, please? What does Jordan need to know regarding love? We've got the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. There is a new connection here with regards to your romantic endeavors. And this is somebody who's absolutely on board with putting in the effort. So this would be somebody who likes to plan things, somebody who communicates honestly and proactively. And I do feel like the message here is to make sure that you are comfortable being open and perhaps a bit vulnerable with this person, because they are the type to be very involved and very, like, they want to put in a lot of energy and effort. But if they feel like somebody is hesitant or not willing to return that, then they take off. So you might give the wrong impression if you are hesitating with this person. That sounds amazing. Oh my gosh, Flower, tell me what kind of cheese. I think some of my favorite is Manchego. I love brie. Pecorino. Some of my favorite. I literally had some for lunch. What do we have for career for Jordan, please? Page of Swords and the reverse. Five of Wands in the reverse. Page of Wands. There's good news coming to you after some sort of miscommunication or frustration that puts you into a little bit of like pondering or like, what am I supposed to do about this? Why is it going this way? Or how come I haven't heard anything? This is saying be patient, don't overanalyze, because I do think that's the big risk here, is that you may get kind of caught up into overthinking it and get yourself into a little bit of a tizzy. But we've got communication or positive updates for you regarding the work situation. So basically, don't fret, don't worry. Things will improve, or you'll get the word or the information that you needed. And what do we have for Jordan regarding money, please? 10 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh, and the Ace of Pentacles. I like that for you a lot, Jordan. Sorry for the squeaky chair. 10 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles being in the reverse. This is saying there's something here that you have recently ended or that you are about to end that has been a block for you on your money. This could literally be like cutting the cord with somebody, blocking the energy that has been a negative influence on it for you. But this Ace of Pentacles is saying there's blessings or abundance that comes as a result of an ending. So if you need to cut somebody off, or if you need to quit a job, or if you need to, I don't know, cancel Disney Plus, whatever it is, there is an ending that comes right before a blessing or something going particularly well for you. So don't be afraid to walk away from things that you know are a block to what you need to do or what you should have in your life. All right. And what do you like, Jordan? I believe it. Hello, Makes All Fun. How are you doing? Hello, Jessica. Hello, Kit Kat. Hello, Shamika. Yes, Makes All Fun. It's like it's swapped over to the other one. So we each have the ability to have two. Like I have Wicked Ones Tarot, and then the @ symbol one is Ms. Carmen. So whereas usually it was the Wicked Ones Tarot, now it's showing as Ms. Carmen. So like I can see the similarities between the other name and what's showing right now, but it's kind of interesting. You're welcome, Jordan. You had an entire space for cheese only in your fridge? I respect that. The only thing I can say back to that is I have dipped cheese in other cheese. That's how much I love cheese. And I would probably slap a stranger right now if I could get some Wisconsin, like legitimate, like cheese curds. Not the deep fried kind, like the fresh kind. Oh, you scratch it, buddy. Yeah, you get it. It'll be softer and better to lay on in just a moment. Sorry. Some of you may not have been here yesterday when I introduced the pup. What you doing? Can you guys hear it? You can, right? Flower, I actually am pretty confident that I am. My last name would indicate that. But I'm mostly Norwegian because my mom was 100%, so you know. Oh, bless you. Are you okay? Okay. Yes, solid cheese and liquid cheese. You get me. How's it going, Chris? All right, we are going to move on to Flowers questions. We've got, has the ex decided? Has the ex decided? Yes. And we've got the King of Swords, 9 of Wands, and the King of Swords. This feels to me like somebody's being defensive or feeling like they have to do something to get what they want. Why does he feel that way when the text was love and standards? So it sounds to me like maybe he's upset and you don't understand. We've got the 8 of Wands in the reverse, 6 of Cups, and the Hermit. There's frustration here over something that he has not shared with you. So you may be slightly misunderstanding what the irritation is regarding. because there is something that your ex has not admitted or communicated to you. With the Hermit though, I do feel like you're going to get insight into this either because of somebody else or like social media. You might even dream about it, or let's hope it's because your ex actually just tells you. We'll see, right? But I do feel like you're going to find out what really motivated this reaction. What should Flower expect? Justice, Knight of Swords, rejuvenation. You should expect that when you make the right choice, as you have here, that things may move quickly and things you thought were not possible could now be possible. You've unlocked a different, it's like, I don't know, have you ever heard of Choose Your Own Adventure books? You chose the best possible path. So it's like certain things you may have felt you lost along the way or were never going to be an option for you. You've opened the door to that. So what to expect? Maybe some difficult choices, but things that are better than what you expected. And what about from the ex? Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups in the reverse, Page of Swords. Additional communication regarding another chance or finding a way to make things work. But with the 10 of Cups in the reverse, this person still needs to learn how to express love and receive love. Hello, Luis, or is it Luisa? How are you doing? Hello, Annette. All right, so we've got, should I protect myself? Yes, you should. Okay, this is gonna sound strange to you, perhaps. Maybe you're just like, oh, Carmen, no, that's totally normal. Yes, you should protect yourself. I've never said this to anybody. Is there a song that somebody used to play for you? Is there a song you used to sing with like a grandma or something? I'm just gonna say it. I feel like when you sing a song, or if you are able to play it, when this song is playing, there is someone who's passed on who protects you. I hope that makes sense. This is somebody who is particularly vigilant over you when you are moving, like traveling in a car, on a boat, anything like that, plane. This person is like on it. Yeah, I do feel like it's masculine. This person, it's like you call upon them when you sing. So I've never seen it like that before, but I think that's awesome. I'll tell you, like, I've had conversations with my grandma in my car. I don't know why it's always in my car, but it's always in my car. See, I get it. Like, I'll smell my grandmother in my car. Anyways, now you know too much about me. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. If you're able to hype the video, I appreciate that all the more. Thank you for being awesome, everyone, and enjoy the nice weather. I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.